What's going on, guys? It's Ben. Today we're going to be talking about another One Piece discussion. Today we'll be covering JoyBoy and the Will of D. Spoiler warning coming up. We will be covering chapters 1014 and on. So if you don't want to get spoiled, click off this video and let's get right into it. Alright, so looking at the most recent chapter of One Piece, we got an interesting first panel where we see Luffy falling off this Onigashima, which we've already seen before in the past chapter. But it's something interesting that Kaido says where he talks about how Luffy was able to infuse yourself with the color of the Supreme King, but he used it very sloppy and clumsily. And he talks about how Luffy is not JoyBoy, and he specifically says that Luffy, you couldn't be JoyBoy either, it seems. So what's odd about that is him adding in the either it seems. So who was he talking about, and what does it mean to be JoyBoy? As with what does it mean to have the will of D? So the first thing I'll address is what it means to have the will of D. So to me, the meaning of having the will of D is obviously it is an initial that is passed down through your family or if you inherited it. But to me, it means that you are going to change the world, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. You're going to find a way to change the world. You're going to bring a new dawn, as they say. And you're going to make your mark on the world. You're going to leave the world with a smile on your face. And it's interesting that I watched a video of Teching 101's recently where he talked about the Will of D and kind of surrounding all this with JoyBoy as well. And he talks about how you can be born with the Will of D but not carry the initial. So he says that like Kaido could have the Will of D but he doesn't carry the initial, but Kaido will change the world and he will leave the world with a smile on his face. And whether it's good or bad, he has a mission in the world and that's what he's going to go do. So when someone has the Will of D, I believe that they're going to really leave their mark on the world, whether they're a Marine, a pirate, or even a regular civilian. We don't even know. We only know of pirates and Marines with the Will of D. We don't know. There could be just people randomly just in a shoe store who have the Will of D, but they're doing something special in the world. So to me, that's what it means to have the Will of D. So the next thing I wanted to bring up was how they call Conqueror's Haki the color of the Supreme King. So I want to mention that I believe that the Supreme King that they talk about when they mention that in Conqueror's Haki is JoyBoy. And I do believe that JoyBoy was a person. I do not know if JoyBoy was the person's name, but it could have been a nickname or a title, but his name, and maybe that is also a reason that members of the D Clan, when they die, they leave with a smile on their face, and his name is JoyBoy, indicating joy, which is a smile. And I do believe that he is the one who they are talking about with the Supreme King and the colors of the Supreme King in Conqueror's Haki. And so I believe that if you do have Conqueror's Haki in the color of the Supreme King, then you are either a descendant or you are closely related to JoyBoy. Now, what is Kaido talking about when he says that Luffy couldn't be JoyBoy and he couldn't be JoyBoy either? So I believe that Kaido is almost saying that JoyBoy is a title, or you are like the reincarnation of JoyBoy. You're making your bigger mark on the world. You fully have the essence of the Supreme King and Conqueror's Haki. But what Kaido doesn't realize is that Luffy just learned how to use it and hasn't even gotten to train with it. Kaido probably has 10 to 20 years of experience using it. And I feel like he's not even giving Luffy a shot. I'm still really on the fence of what it means to have the title of JoyBoy. And I'm curious to see in the future if it gets brought up what secrets Kaido knows about the Void Century or what he even knows about JoyBoy, because with a statement like that, you get a feeling that he really knows something that a lot of people in the One Piece world don't. And then when he talks about how he said either, it seems, after saying that Luffy couldn't be JoyBoy, we don't know if he was talking about himself or if he was talking about Momonosuke or even Odin back in the day or Roger. Again, it's all lore right now until we get it put out to us in later chapters about what Kaido really knows, and I'm really curious to find that out. I would like to really know and get a backstory about maybe what Kaido has learned or what he's gone through in the past. So if you guys have any idea, put it down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Ben. See ya. See ya.